improves. One of the things that you will begin to notice when you begin to work on your relationship is that marriage is about shifting you from being a solo act to being a duo. Can you say to your neighbor, from being a solo to a duo? I talk about an example. I remember when they were doing the song, I'm a fan of the late Michael Jackson. When they were doing the song, We Are the World, they brought in a lot of artists together. And they needed a chemistry. They needed a chemistry. You know, when artists are coming together, there's a chemistry that is needed for different artists to come together and to make a song like that song, We Are the World. And I remember according to the story of the making of the song, they wanted Prince to be involved. Do you guys know who Prince is? I know the generation I'm speaking to. If you raise in your hand, we know your generation. So the artist Prince was supposed to be a part of this. Is from the research that I saw online. But the artist Prince, he had his requirements for being a part of that song. And I think it was Lionel Richie was talking, and he was saying that, but his requirements were they were just too much for us. And then we ended up just doing the song without him. But with the artists that were willing to collaborate and cooperate, the song happened, and it was a beautiful song. So in this book, I talk about chemistry. Chemistry, not in the sense of romance, but chemistry in the sense of teamwork. And it's possible that sometimes a person can be amazing by themselves, but they can't work in a team. And marriage requires for us to be a person who can work in a team. Say teamwork. Marriage is teamwork. It's not a solo act. Yesterday I was joking around and I say that I was recommending to my son that, I was writing about the people that are single, and I was referring to church, and I'll say, hey, church, when you grow up and you're looking for a spouse, don't look for a diva. Don't look for a diva, because a diva is great at being a solo act, but she will not be good in a team. Amen. So one of the things we need to understand is that sometimes a guy can be good as a solo. He can be great by himself, but the moment he gets married, all sorts of weaknesses begin to manifest. A lady can be amazing by herself, but the moment she gets into the institution of marriage, all sorts of issues begin to arise. And one of the things we need to, number one, work on before we get married, we need to work on our partnership skills. We need to work on our partnership skills. We need to learn to be a person that can work with someone, that can cooperate, that can collaborate. We need to have a team spirit. Because if we don't have a team spirit, then our marriage is going to be headed for divorce. Am I making sense? So the divorces that have happened, brothers and sisters, because someone is not a team player. Someone is not a team player. They always want to have things happen their way. It's their way or the highway. They give ultimatums. Amen. They don't want to be flexible. Because you need to be flexible if you're going to be married. You can't have everything happen in your way, when you want, how you want, when you want it. There are times that things are going to happen and it's going to be determined by your spouse. And it needs to be okay. Is that okay? Amen. Is that okay? So I pray for that grace of teamwork, that team spirit, that may people begin to learn that it's about teamwork. It's about teamwork. It's about hard work, and it's about teamwork. And I begin to highlight some of the qualities that you need to have as a team player, that will make you a good spouse in your marriage. Now, the thing I talk about in the book, I talk about good people and good spouses. Good people and good spouses.